and you are watching my video report of my custom project. To start off my project, I've gone and wondered what was video production, which is the process of creating video and capturing moving images and creating combinations and reductions of parts of video, and post-production is equivalent of filmmaking, but with instead if the films are recorded digitally instead of with just normal film stock. I use a program called Adobe Premiere Pro, which is a timeline-based video editing software application, which is part of the Adobe Creative Cloud. Which also includes video editing, graphic design, and web development programs. My objective for this actual quarter was for me to create a Let's Play series for a YouTube channel I'm starting, probably called the Chronicles Unknown or Chronicles Untold. Still deciding on that final name. And I was to record game footage, edit video, and eventually upload it to YouTube. The criteria I had was that I was recording two different games. One was called Bayonetta and the other one was Portal 2. I'm not really going to go into detail what they're like. One's an action beat 'em up and the other one is a puzzle game. There was to have a basic opening and ending section for the videos that I would be eventually making, however that never really came out. To have a banner art for the channel, which it was coming along a little bit. I worked on it a little, which you'll see later in the video, and to have used Wirecast and other recording software and hardware, which originally started with using Wirecast. However, it came to be like a huge problem because of a watermark problem, which I would need to the licensing keys and that. So I didn't worry about that and decided to use a different software called Streamcatcher, which is also a really good option for recording. My production timeline, some of the things I had done is like checking for the recording hardware and software in the studio, which originally I didn't even have any idea we had the stuff in here, which I thought I'd have to go out and buy it or ask somebody that I knew would have it actually go and let me borrow theirs. Of course, I would start my online training videos and see how far I would get with that, hook up the Xbox to the capture device that I found, which honestly was pretty good, and then after I was done recording, gather the materials from the laptop and put it into the share, which is something more like our personal servers. Then, well, I guess I made a mistake with that. Well, here's some of the task lists that I have done, which would be 507, install and configure hardware and software into a computer system. Now this was something that I'd done by installing Wirecast originally to the laptop that I'm using right now to give you this presentation. However, it was not really used, therefore I also had to install the actual capture device manually using a disk that also had the software for Streamcatcher, which was the software I eventually used. DMT-Vid 4.5, understand the basics of video and signal flow. I had done this by being able to actually connect the capture device to the system and then to the laptop and then being able to record off the system, causing a video flow. 1205, comply with licensing agreements pertaining to software usage. I had managed to do this personally because if I didn't really actually do it, I could get into a lot of trouble. So I have to make sure I have to pertain to fair use, like giving the owner credit and everything else, which will be done. And then DMT-Vid VID 4.6, show basic knowledge of video gear for live visual and recording applications. Now personally, I did not do it for really live visuals. I did it more for recording, but in the end it still kind of means the same thing. And a few more task list alignments, which would be 1104, create an object using graphic design software. I had very much did this by working on creating that basic banner. And I know it's certainly not done. It only has text, black and white, and it just has the name, but it's just a start. And then the last one is DMT-Vid setup cap 6.8 setup capture to record unit or computer using appropriate connection and technique. I did that with, of course, setting up that actual capture device to the computer, as I said earlier. And then here's some proof of what I've done. On the left, you can see that there is a Premiere file holding the one game called Portal 2, and it's looks pretty nice. And then the other one on the right, it would be my banner, which, like I said, very basic, doesn't really have a lot done with it, but it's still there. And then here are some resources that I use. I've definitely had to use Online Expert for the actual training curriculum. Then I had to also use telestream.net, which was a PDF file which showed you how to use Wirecast 6, although in the end I did not use Wirecast 6. I used like Wirecast 4 point something. And then another one was to actually connect the Xbox to your PC, which didn't really help me at all. And then the last one was for a Live Gamer Portable. It's one of those other capture devices that could be used, but it was really not really used at all. And if you're interested in this, or have any questions, or you want to check out any previous works, you can contact me at cdefibaugh@dmastudio.net, or you can check out my page at dmastudio.net. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I do hope to see you again later.